Hi, I'm Mike, PokeTips Mike, and if I look a little sweaty in today's video, it's probably because it's about 100 degrees here. New York weather in the summer is absolutely crazy. Also, it doesn't help that I'm drinking hot coffee. But today, my friends, I have a special treat for you. Ever since I explored my old Pokemon Leaf Green save file a few weeks ago, I have been getting non-stop requests to play more and more of my old save files. So today, we're breaking out the Pokemon Emerald version, my 14-year-old game. If you're excited like I am to explore this old save file, smash that like button right now, and let's jump right into some Pokemon Emerald version. So this Pokemon Emerald game I have had since 2005. I remember one day I was at Target, and I feel like I get all of my games at Target. I don't know what it is about Pokemon and Target, but that's like my go-to place. Not sponsored by Target at all, I just get my games there. Anyway, so I was at Target a long time ago with my parents, and at this point I was already pretty big into Pokemon. I had Leaf Green version, I had Gold version, and when I saw this shiny new game on the shelves, Pokemon Emerald version, I had to have it. So I begged my parents, begged them to get it for me, and they did. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad. So they bought the game for me, but they didn't give it to me right away. And I kind of forgot about it because I was so occupied playing Leaf Green. So I kind of forgot about it. And then Christmas morning rolled around. I ran down the stairs, so excited to open up my presents, and what did I see underneath the tree? This Pokemon game waiting for me. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my 14-year-old Pokemon Emerald version save. Let's jump right in and see all the amazing mysteries that it has. Okay, the internal battery has run dry. The game can be played. However, time-based events will no longer occur. Now, I had turned this game on somewhat recently when I was making my most experience possible video, so I did see that message before and I know the save is okay, but when I first saw that, it was freaking me out because it made me think of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. When their battery runs out, the game is dead. It looks like Emerald still has a little bit more life in it. And speaking of life, I spent a lot of my life playing this game, 185 hours and 15 minutes. Using my handy-dandy calculator that could play Pokemon, 185, 24, that's 7.7 days of my life that I spent playing Pokemon Emerald version. Wow. I had 381 Pokemon registered in my Pokedex. Now in these games, the Pokedex capped out at 386, so I'm very curious to see what I didn't have. Let's jump in game and find out. Alright, here we are in Michael's base, secret base. So let's see first what's in my party over here. We have Crobat, we have Blade, the Scizor, Bayonet, a level 100 Dragonite, level 100 Blissey, and an Oddish. That seems kinda odd. Now the cool thing about this Dragonite, and ooh, Pokerust like that. Now the cool thing about this Dragonite though, is I got it from Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. So it has the special move on it, Heal Bell, a move that Dragonite normally can't get. Another really cool thing about this Dragonite is it has 25 ribbons. A long time ago, I went on a quest to try to get every single ribbon on a Pokemon, and I decided to use Dragonite as that Pokemon. Yeah, this girl here has a lot of ribbons, so let's see. We have the Champion ribbon for beating the Elite Four in the Hall of Fame. We have some contest ribbons over here. Do we have any other cool ribbons? We have one for being chosen as a Super Sketch model. Ooh, a ribbon for being a hard worker. This ribbon, I forgot what this one is called, but this is the ribbon that you get for purifying a shadow Pokemon. Very cool, very exclusive. And this one over here is for 100 straight wins, I think in Mount Battle in Pokemon XD. Not the easiest thing to do, winning 100 battles in a row. Now on to my Pokedex, this is what I'm really curious about. I want to see what I didn't get here, because it looks like I'm only missing 5 Pokemon in the whole entire thing. So I've got all of Kanto here. Now back in Gen 3, ooh wait, I missed something up there. Mew. Okay, yeah, I was missing Mew. Now, Mew was an event Pokemon. I didn't go to any Pokemon events for Generation 3, so I missed out on stuff like Mew. But anyway, back in Generation 3, completing the Pokedex was not easy. You needed to have, like, basically every single game to do it. There was no Wi-Fi. It took a lot of time and dedication to do it. And over here, it looks like I'm missing Ho-Oh and Celebi. I did have Lugia here. Now, something very interesting about Generation 3 is Lugia and Ho-Oh were actually considered event Pokemon, and you didn't need them to have your Pokedex completed. To get Lugia and Ho-Oh in Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald, you would need to do a special event that would take you to a special island. However, you could get Lugia through playing through Pokemon XD, and Ho-Oh through playing Pokemon Coliseum. I never had Coliseum, but I did get XD to get Lugia. Celebi, there was just no way to get it without an event, unfortunately. And for Hoenn, it looks like I have everything except Jirachi and Deoxys. So wow, this is actually like a legit completed Generation 3 Pokedex, except we're missing event Pokemon. I'm pretty proud of myself doing that in 185 hours. Alright, so let's go see what I have in the box. Ah, the Battle Frontier. Oh, I wish Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had this place. This was so much fun. And speaking of this, I actually want to see if I got any of the badges. Where do I check that? Oh, here. Oh, wow, I only got one of the symbols? All that time in game and basically a completed Pokedex, but I only got one Battle Frontier symbol. Now, in Young Mike's defense, the Battle Frontier was actually pretty tough for somebody that really didn't know anything about competitive. I tried using my in-game team and any legendaries that I could bring in there since they banned like almost all of them, and it was tough winning all those battles in a row. I'm honestly impressed that I was able to defeat, I think it was Lucy for the Battle Pike. It's also kind of funny looking at my trainer card now. It took me 49 hours to beat the whole game and become the champion. Nowadays, I've played through Emerald so many times that I could probably do it in like 5. Alright, and now the moment we've all been waiting for, let's go ahead and check out my box. So box 1, we have some pretty cool stuff in here. First thing I want to check out, bye-bye Entei, is this guy over here. This Sceptile. I believe this was my starter Pokemon that I chose Christmas of 2005. Modest Nature, which is actually really good for a Sceptile, and it had the oh-so-great moves of Cut, Bullet Seed, Leaf Blade, and False Swipe. Actually, not terrible. It could definitely be a lot worse. I'm surprised I never got my starter to level 100 in this game. I remember not really liking leveling up in this game that much because there was no VS Seeker. I was kind of spoiled from Fire Red and Leaf Green. However, there was the cloning glitch where you could clone lots of items and Pokemon, so I did have lots and lots of rare candies here. Let's see, other cool stuff. We have a Latios, we have Tyranitar, Meganium. Oh, Meganium was a nightmare to get back in Generation 3. I think this one I got in an Emerald version. To get this in Emerald, you had to complete the whole Hoenn Pokedex, all 200 Pokemon, and then Professor Birch would give you the option of taking a Johto starter. However, he'd only give you one. If you want to get all 3 Johto starters, you'd have to complete the Hoenn Pokedex in 3 different Pokemon Emerald copies 3 times. I'm not joking. You could also get it from Coliseum or XD, it was a lot easier that way. The Reggies, oh I remember doing the Reggie puzzle in this game. That was also really tough, unlocking all that stuff. Milotic, I already told you guys the Milotic story in my Leaf Green video. This thing was a nightmare to get. A lot of Pokemon in Generation 3 were annoying. And over here we have a little egg. I guess I'm gonna have to hatch you and find out what you are. Mewtwo, probably cloned from my Leaf Green version. Yeah, this was like the Mewtwo from Leaf Green. Box 14 has, wow, lots of eggs. I guess I'll pick these at the end when I'm done looking at all my boxes. Ah, my shiny Tropius, my first ever shiny. Looks like I cloned the heck out of it too, because I really wanted lots of it. Raikou, Chansey, and for some reason, lots and lots of Pinsir. Box 13 has Dragonite, Snorlax named Warrior? Except I don't think I knew how to spell Warrior back then, because that says Warrior, like Wario. And ooh, is this it over here? Yes, it is. This was my Shadow Lugia XD001. Now, if you've never played Pokemon XD, you're probably confused by the nickname, but in Pokemon XD, instead of calling Lugia, they called it XD001 because it was like the first Shadow Pokemon or something like that. I don't exactly remember. Lugia was one of my favorite Pokemon ever, so getting this back in the day, oh, it was incredible. Got some other cool stuff here. Gardevoir, Marowak, Salamence named the Wall. I guess I predicted Donald Trump back then. Ooh, and box 12 has 3 Zapdos all next to each other. Ooh, Zangoose. Now, Zangoose is probably a Pokemon that doesn't really mean much to many people, but to me, Zangoose was one of the hardest Pokemon for me to get ever. So back in Generation 3, Zangoose was exclusive to Pokemon Ruby. I happen to have every Pokemon game, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, except Ruby. I could never find Ruby version in the stores, and nobody I knew had it. So for the longest time, the Pokemon I needed to complete the Pokedex was a Zangoose. Luckily, one day I met this kid in like a religion class out of all places who happened to have Pokemon Ruby version, and they had a Zangoose, so I got my link cable out, we traded something, and it was great getting this thing. Kingler's sprite in Pokemon Emerald looks crazy. Look at that giant claw. I love that thing. The Emerald sprites are so cool. Now, box 11 has a lot of crazy stuff in here. We've got a Latios holding a rare candy, a Swellow holding a rare candy, Kyogre with a rare candy, a Registeel, I guess, without a rare candy, Groudon, Rayquaza, Regirock, another Salamence, another Sceptile, we've got Entei, we've got Suicune, and ooh, Ludicolo! Now, I think Ludicolo was another Pokemon. Yes, this looks like the one that I used on my original playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. I remember finding a Lotad early on in the game, and I just loved the Pokemon. And then it evolved into this little happy guy over here. Look at that dance. Yup, you can definitely tell this was an in-game Ludicolo. Look at that moveset. Surf, Dive, Rock Smash, and Waterfall. I am so sorry you turned into an HM slave. And over here, I guess box 9 is named HGSS, so I'm assuming this was stuff I wanted to transfer to Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I wonder why I didn't transfer it up, though. I have a lot of cool stuff in here. All the Kanto starters, all the Johto starters, 4 Eevees. Oh, with the stones, too, so I was just ready to evolve these guys. Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, and the Reggies. Again, I wonder why these are still in this game and not transferred. Box 8, we have some more cool stuff over here. Ghastly, Alakazam, Zangoose named Ninja, I guess I also predicted Fortnite. A Dragonite holding a lucky egg. A Charmander with a Master Ball. I don't know why these Pokemon have these items. I know I loved cloning back in the day, so I have a lot of these like duplicated Pokemon and items. Here's another one for Platinum, except this time, again, we have a bunch of stuff in here. For alligators, some more starters, Porygon, another Pokemon with an awesome sprite in Emerald. Look at that. Ooh, in box 6 we have another one of my favorite Pokemon, Typhlosion. I love Typhlosion. Lonely Nature probably met at level 5 Cerulean Cave, so that looks like an egg hatch to me. Porygon 2, old Ducky Ducky Ducky, and more eggs. How many eggs did I have in this game? Blaziken, Lapras. Ooh, wow, Lapras looks crazy in this game too. A lot of the Kanto Pokemon have such cool sprites. Box has even more eggs. Metagross, Scizor, Nidorans, Jumpluffs, Kingdras. Oh, I remember Kingdra. I cloned this thing like 10 million times. For some reason, I chose this Kingdra as the Pokemon I would clone and give it rare candies and stuff. So you've probably seen a bunch of Kingdras in the boxes already. That was my clone Pokemon. And yeah, I think that's about everything, so I'm going to take some of these eggs out of this box over here, and we're going to go ahead and hatch these and find out what has been sitting in them for all of these years. I would love to get a shiny out of them, but it's not going to happen. Now, the nice thing about Pokemon Emerald was this was the game that made Magmar into an egg-hatching monster. This game made it so the abilities Flame Body and Magma Armor would have the amount of steps that you need to take to hatch an egg, so it's not going to be as annoying as hatching eggs in Leaf Green was. Alright, looks like we have our first egg hatching. What is going to come out of this egg? Let's focus on it a little bit. And oh, a Zangoose! Speak of Zangoose, and there it is! And egg number 2 is a Mareep. Okay, egg number 3 is a Snorunt. Number 4 is a Hoot Hoot. And finally, last but not least, our final egg is a Teddiursa. Oh, it's so cute in this game. Alright, so these are really random Pokemon. I'm not sure why I was breeding any of them, but they're cute, especially Teddiursa. To be honest, I forgot Teddiursa was a Pokemon, and seeing it now makes me kind of want to get like a little plushie for it. Well, now that we've freed those Pokemon from their eggy shells, I think we're done with my old Pokemon Emerald save file. My friends, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I love looking through my old save files and seeing what I had in these games all of those years ago. If you want to see me go through more of my old save files, I have a playlist that I'll be linking at the end of this video and in the description below. Check it out, I have a lot of games I already went through. And like I mentioned, I have so many more Pokemon games. If you guys want to see me go through them, just let me know. I think I might actually have a Pokemon Crystal version that still has a save file from about 11 or 12 years ago. If you guys want to see me go through that game, definitely let me know fast because that is going to be gone before we know it. Might even already be gone now and it'll be too late. But if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and my friends, I'll be seeing you in the next one.